oh boy, Sneed is quite a hero. So there was a lot of mixed feelings about it. Some people thought it was gonna be trash, some people thought it was gonna be good, and the consensus is it's good. It's really good. I'll show you why, and this is like the perfect game I think I can use to demonstrate you the way that you can abuse this hero power and just like pop off. I even hero power on turn 1 because someone did it against me, and well, it's just really strong, and I do plan on staying on tier 1 anyway to, well, take the spare, which turns into a triple. So I have a triple. I was figuring out how to take this properly, like should we level, how do we do this, and I ended up doing this line where I just take this elemental, I hero power it, so this hero power is kind of a waste, but at the same time it's gonna save us a lot of health. It's just amazing tempo. Like a hero power, you can see it as just having an extra unit on the board. That's why I hero powered on 1, because having an extra unit on the board is absolutely disgusting. Like how many heroes can take this elemental triple this early without taking damage? So I decided to take it like this, doing Chief Curve, because now I get a 4-drop and I can hero power the 4-drop, essentially having 2 4-drops on the board, right, on turn 4. And we got Tank. Tank is nuts. Tank with Avenge, obviously there's really good Avenge synergy with Sneeds, and that's, or Sneed I should say, I keep saying Sneeds, but that's the card. And that is why you go for 4-drops. I think you almost always want to go with 4s because of Tank being nuts, like I'll show you in this fight how good it is. Because, well, there is Witchwing Nest Matron, there is Dazzling Light Spawn, there is Impatient Doomsayer. There's so many good cards that synergize with your hero power on tier 4 that I think it's a waste to ever take a 3 or a 5 in this spot. 6s obviously are good as well. Now the shop is amazing. We just double buy hero power. I think with this hero you can also just power level, go 3 on 3 or even 4 on 4, because your hero power basically just gets you an extra unit for free on the board. It's always a random unit, but stats on 4 is so good. Look at this fight. Like, this is illegal. We're still on full HP, by the way, even though we had like kind of a hard triple to take. Elemental, usually you have to sacrifice some health for it. This is nuts. So I just level here. Normally you can stay down, but well, why not level? I put also the hero power stacks in case you don't know. So I put 2 hero powers onto this tank, meaning it's gonna summon 2 4-drops. And like Tank could summon another tank or other avenge cards. Like right here, it summons 2 cards with synergy together, a module and a draconet. How sick is that? So if you're not yet convinced about this hero being good, then I have some questions for you. Essentially, this is what I'm just gonna keep doing, playing for tempo. Now, one thing that you can fall into really quickly is that you can obviously put out crazy tempo, right? Like if you saw my last Diablo video, I just got killed because I faced the Sneed twice in a row, and they were literally the strongest in lobby. They were so incredibly strong. They also had mechano tanks, so that was kind of what I aimed to do as well. But it is maybe a trap, which you'll see later in the video. Like I'm not gonna lose any fights. I'm gonna be super strong. But what is my late game? Also here I got Nestwing and Witchwing, Nest Matron, and Dazzling Light Spawn. The Light Spawn got sniped, but we still get some free cards from this other 4-drop being summoned. So that's why just getting random 4s is amazing. Random 4s are good. Meanwhile, I have a Domo. I'm setting up to maybe scale up my board instead of just do like tempo stuff. And so I actually have a way to progress, right? Because like you can scam all you want. In the late game you lose to big stats, like mechano tanks can't deal with 100 HP minions, for example, and if you have only like small stuff, that's some sort of small stuff, you're gonna run in some issues unless you can tempo out a lobby. But well, I'm just gonna keep playing to my out, see what I get offered. I could have even considered leveling here. I'm definitely leveling next turn, and there's a triple on Menace, which could honestly be bait because, well, it's a triple Menace, but it worked out really nicely with my gold. Like double Menace is good on this board, obviously because of the tank, and I can magnetize it anyway, right? It's probably going on to the egg, or I can still play it naked. I'll figure that out next turn, but it's not really a waste. We can get a 6-drop, and even if you miss on our 6-drop, we can just hero power it and just get like 2 6s on the board basically. We murder the first guy in our lobby. We're still on full HP. Actually, I haven't lost a fight or tied a fight. This could be a spicy pretzel and mustard game where I win without losing a single round. So this was a hard decision what to do with this Golem Menace. I did end up magnetizing it onto the egg. Now I know that we can't hear power egg then, and it's gonna fill up the board, but like it should always summon the 8/8 first and then the extra 2/2s. I just wanted to have the stats on the egg because it's a Divine Shield unit. So we have this big Divine Shield guy that summons a bunch of tokens when it dies, if stuff on my board also dies. I took Genie because, well, we still aren't really doing much. We have a Domo on the board, and maybe we can pivot into elementals. I froze a great shop as well with Bran and other elemental stuff, and yeah, that is my goal right now. Since I haven't found anything yet, my goal is to pursue elementals. Now the issue is that I can't really level next turn, take the Bran and the 4 elemental, but yeah, that's something to figure out later. Also, I want to show you guys this fight against this Lich King, who is rather strong. Like, look at the stats he has on the board, and we kind of looked like we were losing, right? But as you will see, like, it doesn't matter. Even if it looks like you're losing, there's a couple 4-drops. Enjoy, buddy. It's so stupid. I've seen so many people getting lethal out of nowhere, and I've been getting lethal out of nowhere just because that final card on the board just summons 3 more cards, and you're just not ready for that. I did decide to stay down. Like, it's a bit awkward. I can't level here and take things from the shop, so I'll just try and get some Domo value, maybe some triples from this this card. But yeah, where do we go from here, right? Scaling wise, like, we're not doing much, which maybe doesn't matter. I've seen people getting first places just having a scam board. I do find a triple, so that was kind of what I played for, and I do try and triple this egg as well. So I'm just playing full tempo again because, well, I'm trying to scale. But yeah, we really need something good from this 6 shop, and nothing good. So because I'm still looking for an out, I took Nosy Looter and hope that it's gonna give me a good golden card into a good 6 drop that maybe is a Lil Reg or a second Genie or something that's gonna allow me to progress. Now this guy as well looks absurdly strong. It looks kind of like we're losing, right? I feel like I'll say that multiple times. It looks like we're losing, but guess what? Then we have this Domo summoning 2 4-drops. Then he snipes my tank, but tank summons 3 more. And once again, we're just like heavily favored, and we almost kill RDU here from 16, even though it was looking grim. I did pick up second tank because I felt like it's still a great tempo. Maybe if I don't find anything, I'll just try and go with the golden tank board and just see where to go from there. But I'm kind of like Bepegang. I'm kind of not like stuck, I should say. I could have leveled here, that's for sure. That's something I probably should have considered more. I do end up finding a triple though, so I guess it did work out. And now we really need to hit the Lil Reg or Amalgadons. Like, maybe if you don't find scaling, Amalgadons is always an out. We do have somewhat of a menagerie. We have a Brand anyway, so that could also be a pretty good card to hit. And okay, finally, it's way too late to try and go into a Buster comp. I feel like Zap doesn't really do much, so Amalgadons it is, and that is a good win condition if you don't have scaling. Just Poison Divine Shields can beat a lot of stuff. So that was now my next out. I still kinda want to try and go elementals because, well, it's not bad, and we're still ahead of the lobby. We're still on full HP, mind you. Haven't lost the fight yet, and we kill Maiev as well. So bye bye Maiev, hope you had a good run. Sorry, I'm playing a broken hero. And now, okay, we get our golden card. This is it, and a module to give a Divine Shield to or a Mulligan. It's top 4, and I think we didn't kill the lobby fast enough. We needed a top 3 here or a top 2 already in order to just win purely off the tempo of the tanks and all the stuff that we summon. But right now people have been scaling. Like, we have Flurgal with Murlocs. I find an Adina, which I just took for the Amalgadon, because that's again one of the outs that I'm going for. I missed on Lil Reg again. And I finally leveled. I think I should have leveled 1 or 2 turns earlier, but it is what it is. So we know that someone is big Murlocs, which could be an issue for us. I don't remember what the 2 others were doing. Maybe someone was elementals. I remember seeing, oh yeah, the Lich King was like big elementals. So again, those are builds that we can't really scam. And now this eagle apparently is dragons with an Adina, which is painful, and they have a Prester. So we're running into issue. My Amalgadon didn't get any value, and my tanks, yeah, just barely get there. I was actually kind of close even for how bad those hits were for us. but we barely get there. We don't get there in the end. So the spicy pretzel Mr. Dream is dead. It was kind of lucky that we never found anything really to do this game and we're just rolling, but it's good enough because we're this hero anyway, right? This hero power. So I wanted to do something here. Like, we're just gonna die or get third place anyway. I need to force something, and I went for elementals, meaning if I want this Hamul to offer us a shop full of elementals, I have to sell these mechano tanks and just say, you guys did well, but it's time for a new direction, which is what I did. So we need the shop to be filled with lil regs and stuff like that. And yeah, let's hope for the best. There's a lil reg, but this is garbage, holy shit. We do have a triple in the shop, I guess, so that's not horrible. We do find another Amalgadon, which is also not horrible. So this clearly means that we can't just fully pursue elementals. We're just gonna be a scammy Amalgadon poison board at this point, right? But I will take this elemental triple, looking for more Amalgadons, Seafood Slinger, things like that, keeping the Bran. I will freeze. And yeah, play the Genie. Maybe that gives us something good still, I guess. Now we're up against the Eagle again. So they killed Flurgle. It's us against the guy who beat us 2 turns ago. We know what he has. He has Nadina with a bunch of dragons and Prester. This is 2 triples because I still have a droplet in hand. So this first one is giving me Amalgadon. Now that is a triple, but one of my Amalgadons doesn't have a shield anyway. And I don't just win with 2 Amalgadons. I really need to find 3 or 4 Amalgadons. So I took this triple hoping to find more Amalgadons this turn, because I do have this other triple lined up and I have another discover from the Amalgadon and this 4/4 elemental and stasis now, so the odds of finding another Amalgadon are actually rather high, and we can still find Lookout. So we happen to find another Amalgadon, got rewarded for our play, and now the goal is to just outsmart him. But a big issue again that I was kind of overlooking is that he has Prester. So this Nadina doesn't do anything. My Amalgadons actually don't do anything because he's just gonna get rid of the shield anyway and kill it and value trade it. I took the second Nadina here because, I mean, it's too late for elementals. We finally found like a lil reg, but it's not gonna do shit. So instead I just took second Nadina, realizing that it's just too late. It's not gonna end up doing anything. This Lookout could give us another Amalgadon if we get somewhat lucky. But yeah, I should have taken SI Sefin here, by the way. I took Begurgle, but because I was running out of time, it was definitely Sefin. And I just played double Nadina. And we'll see how this fight goes. And I feel like this is kind of how the hero plays. You have super good early tempo, right? Like you saw our board. We were just absolutely murdering people, scamming our brains out. You can power level. 4 drops are great. And then you need to transition. You need to find something to do later on. Look at how useful these Nadinas are. They're like pretty much doing nothing for us. We lose this fight. We have 1 more round to recover though. But yeah, so you gotta try and snowball that, which we were not able to do. We went to tier 5. We didn't really find much scaling. We had a brand with like mediocre buffs. I was just kind of selling my board. We would never get there with the tanks in the end because this guy is too big. So against other boards, you could definitely beat other people with mechano tank boards. But yeah, this turn I'm just gonna skip over it. I just got a ghoul to try and counter Nadina, and that's about it. But it's gonna end up not really mattering much anyway. But yeah, this is the hero. So hope you learned something from this video, how to play him, how to like absolutely abuse him. But don't make the same mistake as me. Use your momentum to level to 6 early or to 5 early and find scaling or just stupid stuff. But even then, I think we just lose against this guy, Nadina with pressers and such massive Terragos as I can't beat. But yeah, have a good day and I'll catch you in the next upload.